Alright, and we're back now. In the last part I got the M gun, whatever it's called, the thing that lets you make platforms. So
whatever M is.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. So, what do you... Oh, shit. What do you think, like, a relatively normal score is for the end game, or do you not really...
Score? You mean like the high score thing?
Yeah.
Oh, you just ignore it. It's pointless. Yeah, the enemies even drop like little high score orbs or whatever. The add points, they're completely worthless. There's no point to them.
Okay, because I figured...
There's no point to the points?
Yes, there's no point to them.
Of course, because I figured the only purpose would be, say, you have two people playing and you could compare how you did, but with some of these... With this game, it wouldn't be as big of a deal, but...
Yeah.
If you really want to be stressed about it, then I guess that's something you could go for.
I guess so, if you want to live your life that way.
Yeah.
I don't.
I feel like that's an achievement hunter type person.
Well, you don't get achievements for doing that.
Not
even the Legacy Collection for PS4, you get any trophies for doing that.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it's that kind of person where you want to do...
The electricity just stops.
This thing.
I'm not sure what the fuck that is. What is it?
I always struggle with this thing.
Can you...
I can go underneath it, just like, I always have... I don't know, I just whenever I try to go underneath it, it always gets me. But it looks like I did just fine there.
It's like some kind of like...
Because it usually does a high hop, but every once in a while it does like a low hop.
Yeah.
And whenever I try to bypass him, I always get caught in the low hop.
So he's a tricky bastard, he is.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the other things to know about this is...
I might die in this boss, because Elecman takes a huge chunk of damage away whenever he hurts you.
It's funny how in old games there's like small graphical things like this. One of the ones here is when the electricity goes off, the health bar starts like spazzing a bit.
Yeah.
And do you get a bomb platform here? Or? Yes, you do. Holy shit!
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well,
thank God for the pause glitch.
I think he just...
No shame. No shame.
Of course.
Like I said before, I've beaten this legit once. Well, I beat it legit on the PSP as well, but there's no glitch in the PSP version that like this, as far as I'm aware of.
Of course, because I figured they, figured out, hey, this is kind of like a buggish type thing by then, so...
Yeah. So yeah, I've already almost killed all the robot masters.
This might be finished in 3 or 4 episodes.
Possibly. If everything goes smoothly.
Of course. Oh. Well, the color palette for this one certainly fits it, I suppose.
Yeah.
I would think that Iceman would be defeated by Fireman if I'm going by Pokemon logic.
He's weak to electricity.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Once again, to each game their own.
Also, this stage is kind of the hardest, but if you have the M gun, the thing that lets you make platforms, it becomes pretty easy.
Okay.
I'll show you what I'm talking about later.
Because I figure there's certain points where you'd want to use it, be conservative about it.
Yeah, and it's kind of, the gun is kind of required too at the last few levels.
Yeah, that makes sense. And what are those yellow ones specifically there anyway?
Oh, those are health pickups.
Okay, those are health pickups. Okay, because you haven't been getting very many of them, so I wasn't really sure.
Yeah. And they look completely different in the later games.
Yeah. Which kind of contributes to it, so that's like a smaller health thing. And then here's where you need the platform. Or no, they're invisible. Shit, okay. Or you could platform as well, I guess.
Yeah, so I don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, not dealing with that shit. One of the other interesting things is how like all the sprites disappear when you pause it. I suppose that was another game design choice, but I don't know.
It's so interesting to watch someone who has played a lot of classic games play a classic game, because how easy they make it look.
And then the platforms really look glitchy there. Jesus, I can barely tell what the fuck's going on. It's really because they're like fading in and out. Makes it really difficult to tell what's going on. And why are the 1-ups Mega Man's head anyway?
I don't know.
That seems a bit strange. I don't know. He's just like collecting decapitated versions of himself.
So many games do that, like the character's head is the life.
Yeah. I don't know, it just seems strange to me.
Have you ever played the Sly Cooper games?
Yeah.
Because that's how I remember the lives being. At least in the first one, when the first one had lives.
It is kind of amusing collecting your own separate head for a 1-up.
Yeah, once again, setting standards in the early days, I guess, so it's not what we can do about it. Hey,
Well, you could do a ROM hack.
Yeah, I suppose you could, like, Photoshop some strings thing in there, like put Obama's head maybe, something like that. Just have Obama staring at you instead of a Mega Man face.
Okay, then.
The Obizzle.
Yeah. You could do someone else, but I don't know.
No shame.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, well,
Like that.
get one hit, son.
Yeah.
Well, some bugs deserve to be exploited, like the Mew one in the original Pokemon. Was it Gold, I believe, or was it just red?
I think it was just red, blue, and yellow.
Red, blue,
or
and
it was
yellow.
yellow. Yeah, fuck, what am I talking about?
I did it on yellow.
Yeah, of course, because otherwise you're not gonna be able to get that thing. I don't remember the original way, the actual way to get it, but
I think it was like an exclusive.
yeah, I
Somehow?
think there was some kind of like weird thing you had to do to get it. Maybe it was one of the events. I don't remember, but
Yeah.
did the original like Game Boy have like a connector cable? Because
The link cable?
Yeah.
yeah,
I did.
Okay, that's what I thought. Then it might have been like an event type thing.
Yeah,
Right.
it was an event thing. I think you had to go to like Six Flags or something like that.
Six Flags.
Or
I remember
don't
Six Flags.
I would think like those. Do you remember those old those? They were like, oh, what would be the best way to put them? They were like console decks. They would put in like Best Buys and GameStops.
Kiosks?
Yeah, the kiosks. That's a
I get
better
what you're
word.
saying, yeah.
And you could hook up whatever game you had, and if it had any special trinkets or whatever, you could unlock them.
Okay.
You could also... They had a kiosk for Pokemon Snap, and what you would do is you would take your cartridge there, and any pictures of Pokemon you would have taken...
Oh, yeah, the things at Blockbuster?
Yeah.
Oh,
had
I
they-
know. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Those makes I know exactly what you're talking about now. It just took me a minute, but I was with some of the event stuff. Like I feel like some of them, like when it got to the point of like the Ruby ones and Emerald and whatnot, you'd get to the point where you just maybe use like a Game Shark or something like that.
I got Jirachi off of the Pokemon Coliseum bonus disc. I got Jirachi from my Ruby.
That's one way to go about it as well. Just no clip to a place. I feel like that was the easiest way to get like Deoxys in there instead of doing like the event stuff. But
Yeah.
the Game Shark had a tendency to, with some of those games, break them. So
Yeah.
not much you can do about that. So had to be careful. So
Yeah, like I had a Game Shark that actually corrupted my Yoshi's Island copy. Like for some reason, it sped up the game to permanently go twice the speed it's supposed to. Even if I didn't have the Game Shark activated, it would still go twice the speed. For some reason, I have no idea how it did that. But
see, I can understand how they did that because
You ever play a Pac-Man machine and it sped up for twice the rate
yes,
for some reason?
I love that. It makes the game so much easier for me.
Who did that? Who, like...
You know, on the motherboard or whatever, there's like dip switches or whatever that you can change the settings so you can be hard, easy, slow, fast. I personally like the game really fast because it's for me it's easier for whatever reason.
going back to the thing you said about the Yoshi's Island, the double speed though, the way they would go about that was, say you had like a speed variable and whatnot. What the Game Shark would go in and do is it would find variables and it would like you could use it to change them and whatnot.
But then,
Although it was a bit hidden, so say it accidentally set it to one of the variables to like and multiplied it by 2 or whatever. So that would account for the double speed. Because that's something you can kind of go in and do with the low level stuff is accidentally like go in there and change something. Which with the Game Sharks I don't think they haven't perfected yet at that point, so
yeah, and like I said earlier, like it stayed like that even when I didn't have the Game Shark on.
yeah, like it changed the base code for it or whatever, I think, which would be an explanation for that. Because if you change like the base code, then it's going to stay that way. If it's like the part on like one of those cartridges, or I don't even remember what the fuck the Game Boy ones were called. What do we even call Game Boy cartridges? I mean, damn, I don't remember.
Game Boy cartridges? You just call them a Game Boy cartridge.
Yeah, I mean,
They
like,
were
was
just
there a
cartridges.
technical term?
Or if you want to...
Cassettes.
Yeah, cassettes.
Also makes them sound like VHSs or some shit, Jesus.
Uh,
I wonder if kids know what those still are. I mean, damn. He does have Bitter out for a while.
So it looks like this is the end of the episode. Next time we'll be fighting Dr. Wily.